the 16th of December falls the 250th birth anniversary of Jane Austen, one of the best read novelists of England. She was born on 16th December 1775, that is 250 years ago. Today we discuss the 250 years of Jane Austen. She was born nearly 2 centuries and a half ago. She is a lovable writer in free and indirect speech. Her major works are: number one, Sense and Sensibility, published in 1811. Pride and Prejudice, published in 1813. And 3, Emma, published in 1815. Of course, 2 more books flowed from her mighty pen: Northanger Abbey and Persuasion. But these 2 were published posthumously in 1817. Before death, she had started writing another novel, but could not complete it. Of course, it was published later under the title Sandition. During her lifetime, Jane Austen did not receive much fame and acclaim, but she was firmly acknowledged as a great English novelist in the 20th century. She had to wait till the 20th century for this recognition, for the popularity she enjoys now. Austen's plots were comic. The predominance of marriage in a woman's life she addressed in her writings. Modern ladies who are loath to get married and therefore avoid marriage, the social institution, need to listen to Jane Austen's contentions, and they can now understand, they can easily understand the line of her thought if they listen carefully. Jane Austen could prove the importance of marriage in a woman's life convincingly. To get a secure life and social standing, marriage is the means, she argues. Exceptional spinsters alone have a social status by themselves. The reflected glory a woman achieves through a good marriage cannot be better suggested than in the novels of Jane Austen. Most of her works deal with social and moral issues. This is what distinguishes her. Money and marriage still matter. Every woman can quote from Jane Austen, especially from Pride and Prejudice, as every man can quote from The Godfather by Mario Puzo. Seeing humans through the eyes of Jane Austen will never get old and stale. Her sharp observations of life and people make her words charming. Her writing always includes a critique of marriage as a contract. It is relevant today as it was in her lifetime. True love is not defined by flowers or by cute notes, but rather by respect, trust, companionship, and the desire to be better for the other person. Making a good marriage is at the crux of Austen's writings. It is also very much about how to survive as a woman with the limited opportunities in a tough society. As in Jane Austen's time, ours is also a patriarchal society. A complex one too. We are judged by this court and we judge others too with it. There are many narratives about Jane Austen. The most important among them is her literary accomplishment, excellence, acclaim. She is the first woman novelist with a superb mastery of irony. She is a stylist of repute, one who is popular with the changing times. Every generation enjoys her writings. Jane Austen knows thoroughly the inner world of women. Her delegation of language, sentiment, and her ironical observations of the folly of people who bumble and fumble through life created memorable characters. For instance, Mrs. Bennet in Pride and Prejudice and Miss Bates in Emma. She is absurd. She observed their oddities with humor and sympathy and without any moral commentary. Emma is anti-heroine. Her actions contradict her professional intentions. Her perception is keen, but Emma is never judged by her creator. Pride and Prejudice has caught the popular imagination over centuries, continents, and classes. Jane Austen remains more popular with women. She was the first novelist to talk of the world of women living in the restrictive and narrow confines of domesticity and marital ambition without justifying or offering excuses. Jane Austen has had male supporters in the literary world. For example, the great E.M. Forster awed the poet and leaves the critic. Yet many do not read Jane Austen because she does not pay obeisance to patriarchy, either by inclusion or by defiance. She wrote only of the world she knew, the world she was familiar with. Meticulous in her character portrayal, she shaped them from her observations and give little space to exaggerations. Emotional maturity is the key message in Jane Austen's writings. In their relationship, Austen's heroines like Elizabeth Bennet and Anne Elliot exhibit high emotional ripeness. Empathy is a notable trait. Jane Austen's novels spread a flood of light into the social structures of her time. She gives a faithful picture of the time she lived in, the contemporary world. She depicts a faithful picture of the life she saw. Moral dilemmas in life find felicitously expressed in the novels of Jane Austen. Her novels contribute to a robust sense of personal responsibility and persuade the readers to re-examine their values time and time again. Finally, fiction is empathy. It puts us inside the minds of other people and gives us the gift of seeing the world through their eyes. Fiction is a lie that tells us true things over and over. Jane Austen's novels are no exceptions.